All right, Pisces, we're going to get going in your twin flame reading. So I do have a lot of things coming in. If you want to check out my Pisces only channel, that link is down below. This is my second channel with all signs, collective readings, as well as Pisces. Don't forget about my readings. If you want my booking information, check it out. It's down below. There's King. You can get your first 10 minutes for only $1.99. As well as if you want to learn tarot, you can learn it with me down below. So whoever this twin flame is, I feel like there was a very intense connection here. I just heard, hello, it's me. Like, it's like you both were like, have you been waiting for me like I've been waiting for you? Feeling a sense of passion, feeling a sense of spark. But I heard children and finances are affecting this connection. What do we have? What do we have for this twin flame? Now, for some of you, children aren't affecting this. For some of you, finances aren't affecting it. This person's in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. For some of you, this person's opening you up to a more spiritual side of you. For some of you, your twin flame is the reason that you learned tarot, opened up to tarot, came to tarot. You know, with integrity here, it's asking, does this align with your values and your morals? And what is integrity? It's choosing courage over comfort. It's choosing to be courageous and to not give into something that feels so comfortable, that feels so warm, that feels so easy to give into. Maybe there's been parts of this connection that this person's wanted you to sacrifice and you're tired of sacrificing. But it's having that courage to say, you know, I'm comfortable with you and I feel that there's something here, but I have the courage to choose what's right. You know, maybe this is fun, this is fast, this is easy, but it doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that it's aligned. It doesn't mean that you're treating me like the special person that I am. And I feel like this moment is when you really had to practice your values. You no longer could just profess who you were and what you wanted. You then had to practice it. You then had to stand firmly in who you wanted to be, your beliefs. So I do feel like this person could have brought out a different side of you. I feel like you and this person were on different pages, different books, maybe even different times in your life is when you guys met. But this person does have a lot of regret. And there's a lot that this person's learned. This person learned a lot with you. Feeling a lot of remorse. Feeling a lot of regret. Feeling a lot of passion for you. But there could always be this energy here where one person's always giving too much. And it's never quite balanced. It's never quite equal. Let's see. What is the lesson that Pisces learned? I keep hearing that song Shameless. I don't know why that's coming up again. But in it, I just keep hearing the same part over and over. Hold on, it left. Hold on. Every time I see you standing there, something about, I don't have a prayer, something about getting on your knee or something. Something like that. Okay, what was the lesson here? What was the lesson here? Yeah. Has a lot to do with stability, finding your divine counterpart, but also making them step up, feeling very sad and disappointed. I feel like this really broke your heart, feeling like you did find the divine person who understood you, wanting to be vulnerable, wanting to be open, wanting to give to this person, but something always blocking it. What was the lesson here? There could have been a lot of things from your past that you needed to deal with. There could have been a lot of things that you were giving time to that you no longer needed to give time to. And I feel like this twin flame connection really evolved you, really grew you as a person. You know, you hear me say it a lot, but when you're in a twin flame connection, the person you were before them and the person you are after them are two completely different people. They open a side of you that maybe you never thought would be open. They expand us as an individual. And usually the other person is stuck in fear. You know, one is usually the go-getter, the one that's inspiring the other. One is taking life by the horns and saying, this is what I want to do. And you obviously don't care or want me, so I'm just going to do it. And that's usually a misconception in these connections, is feeling not wanted, feeling unloved. But if you could only see yourself through your twin flame's eyes, would you then understand how much they do hold you in high regard? But how there's also usually insecurities that come out, and there's usually so much regret that can hold them back, feeling ashamed of who they've been or how they acted. You know, just as much as you've grown is almost as much as this person's grown. Who you were when you were around them, are you ashamed of some of the things that you've done? Do you look back and go, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I acted like that? Because some of us are like that. And if you are, I feel like you can relate to this person on that level. What was the lesson here for you? You could have definitely felt like you couldn't manifest anything better than this. You could have definitely felt like all connections always have something to them. All connections have baggage. All connections have drama. All connections have a sense of toxicity. Maybe you felt like for some of you there was a sense of attachment, but not a healthy attachment to one another. And you had to learn that sometimes healthy attachments don't turn into something healthy. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say you started a passionate only connection, or friends with benefits, or a situationship, or an affair. You start something with this person thinking, oh yeah, it's going to evolve, and you quickly realize that it isn't evolving. It's stuck. It's stagnant. Well, that was your lesson here. The lesson is that you did put yourself in a situation that could have had some sense, form, or fashion, a resonance of your past, whether it was a fear or something you didn't want to put yourself into, or you swore you would never put yourself into. You did, but it also made you open up to the sense of investment that you are, seeing that you can be victorious and successful, seeing that you can get recognition in positive ways. It just might not be from this person. Maybe this person can only see you through a certain lens, and it's not the lens that you want to be seen through. But again, it's choosing that courage to say, I want you, I love you. I've never wanted something so bad. I've never wanted to throw my arms up and say, fuck it, I'll compromise it all to be with you. But you also know that that's the comfortable path. That's the path that's easy right now, but years down the road, there can be resentment. There can be issues that's going to arise for you to realize that you shouldn't have done that. You should have stayed courageous and said, no, this isn't right. This isn't fair. I can't keep loving you. I can't keep loving you like this. Feeling like you're always putting someone in the eyes of them being your special person, but you're never that special person for someone else. And I'm getting that strongly with this twin flame. Now, what was their lesson? They could have been trying to be fair, logical, when it came to some sort of leap. They stood their ground. They didn't give clarity or truth about something. They didn't have the strength to tell you something that was going on. This person could have just moved towards you in a way where it was passionate, it was fun, there was creativity, but not necessarily having the strength to have conversations like they needed to have. When it comes to a connection and choosing a path with you, this person felt very guarded and on edge. And I feel like there's something here where this person didn't give you clarity that they could have chose a path, but the path wasn't you. They could have not told you that they needed to heal, that they needed time, that they needed space, and that there was some things that they needed to go through and learn and get in a row before this could ever get off the grounds, before they could give you attention, before. And I feel like for some of you, this is someone who gave you attention and it was like, okay, this is going to go somewhere. And then before you knew it, something dropped out from underneath you and you were like, okay, just kidding. Like, this ain't going anywhere. What just happened? And you really realizing that maybe you felt like this person was your divine counterpart. But I feel like a part of you is feeling like you made this up in your head. Like this is a fantasy. This person fantasizes about you, feeling burdened by your memory, feeling burdened by the lesson that they had to learn. I feel like this person needed to learn how to communicate. I feel like this person You wanted love. You wanted an offer of love. And this person maybe couldn't give it to you then. But it was like this person still wasn't willing to come in and say, you know, I can't be who you need. Can you give me 3 to 5 years? Can you give me some time? Let me work some things out. So what else was their lesson? But they needed to carry this burden. This is something that they've needed to carry. They needed to also go through a season of reflecting. Maybe this person didn't want to do self-reflection. This person was good at small talk, sweet talking, flirting, but having the strength to give clarity, give truth, give insight to what was really going on was something else. And now they're feeling burdened and weighed down. Now they're feeling conflicted. They don't like you not knowing what's been happening, what's been going on. But that's the lesson, is that when you don't include someone, when you don't tell someone that you love and you care for and you have emotions for, that you're feeling strongly pulled to what's going on, there's a chance that they will make up or assume what they feel is going on. You know, if someone doesn't give us clarity, we're going to assume based off the knowledge that we know that we already have the answers. You don't want me. You're not giving me clarity. It means you're not attracted to me. You don't want me. You don't want this. Okay. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's the truth. That's something you could have made up, but based off of what they gave you, what they showed you, that is your truth. And now this person's feeling left out, feeling without, missing you. But that's the lesson for them. That's the lesson for them. And your lesson was for you to have asked yourself all along, should you even give to this? But you were willing to put in the work, knowing good well you shouldn't have put in the work. That this person had a lot of work that they needed to do. Your intuition told you they can't give to you. It's not the time. You need to wait. But I feel like you wanted to move something forward with this person. You wanted to make it work. You wanted to try to give it a shot. Yeah. But there's something here big about timing and being on different pages. You both feeling very conflicted. You both really don't like that it took this going into some sort of drama, chaos, or conflict for you guys to learn what needed to be learned. You both have had to take some time to rest, reflect, regroup. You've done a lot of growth since then, though. You've grown a lot. You've turned all of that knowledge into wisdom, and this person really admires you for that. So you both had a lesson here to learn with one another. Yours was to really put yourself in high standards, high regard. Yours was to really pull back your energy and say, you don't deserve me. And until you deserve me, don't come towards me. If we're on different pages, it's as simple as that. And I feel like their lesson was to open up, to have communication, to tell you what the problem was, to tell you that there could have been something that they were having to rebuild or let go of. It has everything to do with the conversation and being vulnerable. Are we surprised? No. So how are they viewing you at this moment? Oh my goodness, this is going to be a long booty reading. How are they viewing you at this moment? 4 Wands. So they view you as their divine counterpart. The thing you used to view them as, they now view you as. And you feel like that's a fantasy. You feel like you fed yourself a fantasy of who could have been your divine counterpart. You feel like you made up an illusion in your head. And it's not the fucking truth. You didn't. This person views you now in that light. But your lesson was to not give someone that power in your mind or in your life until they prove that they're that person for you. And I feel like you gave this person that title of twin flame or my divine person before they even showed up for you, before they even earned that title. And I feel like that's, again, the lesson that you learned here. Somebody needs to earn a place into your life. It's not a given. Being in your life is a blessing, and it's as simple as that. I don't care who you are. I say it for myself. I say it for other people. And if someone's not willing to accept that blessing and to see you as a blessing, then they're not your people. And I feel strongly that this person sees you as their 11 divine counterpart, as something that can have a sense of stability here. They view you as someone that's very stable. You're coming out as the Empress again. Someone who's really changed and transformed. You've moved out of rough waters into calmer waters. You've learned that lesson, and you've, again, taken it and grown it into wisdom. And it shows. You've expanded, and you're not at a place where you're willing to put yourself back into that lesson again. You're showing yourself a lot of self-love, a lot of self-worth. The Empress knows her worth. She knows her worth. And she knows what she deserves. And I feel like that's how this person sees you. They know that they were brought into your life to teach you something. They can see how much you've grown since that experience. Maybe even your hair's gotten longer. They view you as someone that's taking a lot of action, making a lot of decisions, planning for the future, choosing a lot of directions. Maybe you're a little bit of a busybody right now. You got a lot going on. My chest is starting to hurt. How do they feel for you? The Hierophant. This person could want to court you. They feel very traditionally drawn toward. It's like this person wants something traditional with you. They feel like they could have a commitment. They feel like they could have a courtship with you. They're wanting something like that. The Chariot. They could be feeling like they want to come towards you, travel towards you, work on this. They've been going back and forth about it, feeling like you might have a lot of options right now, wondering if you're open to maybe taking them back. Because they know they were selfish. They know them not opening up and communicating with you. They know that they really was very ego-driven the last time you guys were with one another. And maybe their ego-driven was listening to family, being tied to a legacy and it having more importance. Or it could be being tied to a job and, again, not telling you some things that are going on. How do they feel? Like they don't want to give up on this. Yeah, as I said that, look what came out, the Two of Cups. Like they don't want to give up on this. I don't want to give up on this. I want to actually put in the effort, the work. But it's interesting because you've wrapped it up in your head as, okay, you're crazy. You need to get mental help. You've literally fantasized about this person and made this person bigger in your life than what they are, and they don't care about you. And that's just not the truth. This person sees you as someone who really loves them and understands them. They feel like you're a perfect match for them. They feel like you do have your thorns, so to speak. But maybe there's been something here where they do recognize that they haven't been willing to bring these changes, to open this collaboration. But they do and see and feel that they will have to be vulnerable and do things different for this to work, for you guys to be able to collaborate. Understanding that they have to come in with confidence and say, I want to reunite with you. I want to offer you this. I feel this way towards you. I see you in this way. I need you to understand you're not crazy. That I just wasn't willing to give you truth and clarity. I wasn't willing to have the strength to tell you, but that was my lesson. And I feel really bad for that. And us being on the outs and not speaking and being conflicted and having drama and whatever's happening between us, that's burdened me. That stressed me out. I felt very sad, disappointed. I had a hard time really getting over it. Maybe that's water under the bridge now, but it might not be. How do they view this connection? They want to reunite with you. They want a reunion. They want to celebrate with you. They want to be with you. Wanting to flirt, communicate, missing what it felt like to have that kind of energy with you. Crying over spilled milk because of whatever's changed and transformed. So do you remember me telling you they're reminiscing on the flirting energy, flirting with one another? Whatever the energy used to be between you two, they're reminiscing on that. They want that back. They're crying over spilled milk because that's changed. I wish that wouldn't have changed. I wish you wouldn't have left that job. I wish you wouldn't have left me. I wish you wouldn't have left that school, whatever it is. Wanting to reunite. Feeling like they felt very happy with you. Yeah, but also feeling like they didn't give some sort of emotional offer because they were going back and forth. They couldn't make up their mind. They were trying to wait for time to work in their favor. Feeling very conflicted, losing sleep. Again, not telling you this. Flirting with you, but not being completely upfront when it comes to their insecurities, their worries, their fears, the things that were going on. You know, and to you, you might think that this person's a liar, a cheater, because they weren't completely honest. Again, perspective. It's perspective. So what's their intentions when are they coming in? What's the next action? What's the next action? Ooh, happiness, truth, clarity. Now this one was in reverse and come out that way. So this person's either going to come towards you or communicate with you. They're going to do this very quickly. This is a decision that's going to happen very like it's going to be like off the whim, like boom. They're going to lose sleep. They're going to get to a point where they can't sleep. A lot of worry, a lot of fear, a lot of overthinking. This person could be on a computer or a phone, watching you, looking at you, paying attention to you. You don't see this, though. They could communicate with you late at night. Yeah, use your intuition. Does this align with you? This person's feeling heartbroken, left out. Wanting to drop their wall, but waiting. Trying to use their intuition, but the more that they wait, the more that it's raining on them. Wanting to come in, but not wanting to come in too quickly or too recklessly. Spying on you, maybe even trying to gather information on what to do. But knowing it's time to choose a path when it comes to you. They could be worried that you're talking to somebody from your past, or that you could be flirting or dabbling with somebody from your past, or that you have somebody in your life that makes you feel very childlike and free, and that you might not be open to them. I do see that you could have actually two people coming in at the same time, but it's like this person feels very obsessed over you, very attached to you, an energy of, and I'm gonna say it, possessive. That's mine. Like, that's kind of the energy. That's mine. But I feel like you know this. I feel like you've been doing a lot of self-reflection, and you know deep down this person's going to come back in. Maybe you've been even energetically waiting, feeling discontent with the kind of collaborations you've had because they just don't feel fulfilling, and you've seen that that's more healing you need to do. Because, you know, when you put yourself out there and you're trying to find the right person, let's say you've been out there for months and months and months, and you can't find that right person, well, maybe there's still something you need to work on within yourself. Maybe there's still something you need to see. It isn't always everybody else. Sometimes it's us. Which I ain't gonna lie, dating out here be hard, but still. What do we have for this twin flame? What is their hopes when they come in? What is their hopes? They're hoping they go from the 5 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. They hope they go from being sad and disappointed and being negative and not being able to see a way out of this to having their emotional fulfillment back. They're hoping they can give an apology and it will bring a new beginning and balance. They're hoping they can heal this. They're hoping, yeah. What's their fears? That you could be stuck, that you might be unsure if this person can give you some sort of new emotional beginning. This person's fears that you are going to see them as somebody who just wants to come in and out of their life and that has no stability. They're scared you're going to see them as someone that's not worth investing in, someone that's selfish, someone that only reaches out when they want to reach out. They're terrified you're going to see them in a horrible light. Interesting. Let's get some of what this person's thinking. What is this twin flame thinking? Sorry, I'm trying to get the cards. I'm taking forever. Maybe that's this connection. It's taking forever. I need you right now. Interesting. I'm hearing that song. Hold on. I think it's called I Need You Now. It's 1:15. I'm a little drunk and I need you now. Yeah. Said I'm something, but I've lost all control and I need you now. And I don't know how. No. What does no mean? Honesty. Wow. scared you're going to say no because you're that honest. You're not the kind of person who's just going to say, yeah, I want to be with you. Yeah, I'll take you back because you said you're sorry. You're the kind of person that's like, no, you should have learned your lesson. So they could be scared about your honesty, wanting to come in and be honest with you, wanting to tell you why they maybe said no to this to begin with, feeling very sorry, but feeling like you're able to rock maybe the solo energy better than they've seen anyone be able to do it. They really like your confidence, and I feel like that's why this person feels that you're a perfect fit for them, because you are so confident. Somebody just could have got bangs, showing off, wanting to show you off, wanting to feel close to you, wanting to be close to you to where they don't have to take their hands off of you. It's like that's what this person wants right now, is to be in your energy and not even have to take their hands off of you. Nobody's like you. You're exceptional. You're special. You would not understand what I'm going through. Most days I don't even understand. I want to fight for this connection. I just don't know how. I seek strength and courage. One more. My life hasn't been too nice to me, and I took that out on you. I feel ashamed for how I treated you. You did not deserve that. We're not going to do any of those today. Let's do like 3 of these, and we're going to wrap this up. I don't want to know. Interesting. Do you remember me telling you that they felt like your options could be open, that you could be messing with people, or you could have moved on, dating people? You didn't see my tears. So this person did. This was really hard for them. Wanting you really badly. Feeling a lot of regret. Feeling a lot of shame. I don't know why this happened. I'm becoming a better person. Damn, cards are just flying. I see life differently now. Okay, so at one point they didn't know why all this happened, but they see that now, which is why they have regret. Understanding that they're becoming a better person and that they see things differently. I feel like this person would have did things differently. They would have completely done things differently if they could. But also recognizing that they're not over you. That just talking to you, being near you, it literally takes over. They feel like their life isn't together as maybe they make it out to be. And I feel like they're a little embarrassed about that. But I feel like they also feel like they really messed this up. Wanting to tell you how they truly feel about that deep down. Wanting to tell you, no, don't accept any responsibility. I'm the shit show. But also holding themselves back from being that open. And I feel like that's always been the thing here. I know I messed everything up. See, that's what I'm saying. But still wanting to feel the way that they felt with you. But I feel like there's an energy here where the parts of them that really just wants to just spill it all out, they're holding it back so tightly, and it's getting harder and harder and harder. Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Let's get a few of my Soulmates. And then we got to wrap this up, y'all. I'm tired. What do we got? I ain't done Soulmates in a while. Twin Flame. I do see that friends and family could have been an influence. So, just throwing that out there. And that could have been the lesson, is that this person let people get in the way. This person let other people make choices. Yeah, there's other factors. Only one person was investing. Knowing that they messed that up. They weren't willing to compromise. Exactly. My truths are hard to tell because there's an emotional bond. At one point, this person didn't feel like they needed to tell you the truth. They didn't have anything that they needed to say to you. I don't have to explain myself to you. Well, now they're like, oh my God, it isn't that I needed to explain myself. It's that I feel something. It's that there is an emotional bond. It was having respect for Pisces. I didn't want a commitment, you know, and that's the thing. All they had to do was tell you, I don't want a commitment, but when I do in 3 to 5 years, can I hit you up when I'm ready to marry someone and to actually give commitment a go? And if you're still single, can I hit you up? That would have made this so much easier. The memories of you haunt me. You're staying on my mind. One more. You're always on my mind. Emotionally unavailable. I don't feel like they are anymore because it come out in the reverse. But I do feel like at one point this person was. And I feel like you really focused on yourself. You guys went through a separation and you started loving yourself. I wish I could rewind time and change a few things. You used your intuition, and your intuition told you that this person loved the way that they felt around you, but that they were trying to play games and you were not willing to play games. So someone here detached, and it's helped. It's really helped this person's feeling left out. This person's missing you. Your memories and the time together is haunting them. So, all right, my loves, we're going to leave that here. Have a blessed day.